What you want, when you want it, where you want it. This is The Mesh.
Hey everybody, I'm Amy Chang, a nurse, a mom, and a health coach, and this is Healthy AF, where honesty and humor and heart meet real talk about feeling good again, inside and out. We're cutting through the noise, dropping the guilt, and reminding you getting healthy isn't about perfection. It's about choosing yourself, one loving decision at a time. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Healthy AF. My name is Amy Chang, and I'm a health coach here with Healthy Life, Health, and Wellness Coaching. And I'm glad you're here. This is our last episode about spirituality, but not really. I'm going to give you a little teaser of what is to come, likely in May or June for you. This month, actually, I will spend about 11 days on a pilgrimage in Portugal. It is a trip that I have been eagerly awaiting. It's been planned for about a year. I'm walking with a friend of mine who is a retired Episcopal priest. She's taking a group of us on a pilgrimage, and I am really, I hate to say ignorant, blissfully ignorant, it maybe is a better word. I'm blissfully ignorant about what's going to happen and what to expect. So why choose a spiritual pilgrimage? For me, and we talked last week about the practice of cultivating spirituality as a tool to be used in your life, not as a something fluffy that lives, over there, and maybe we pull out in tough times or in really awesome times like the birth of your baby or, I don't know, your graduation finally or whatever it is, or a major holiday. But actually, what it is like to practice bringing spirituality into your life on the daily and then bringing it in on the daily. For me, I'm really excited about this trip because I've been cultivating that practice of spirituality over about the last 4 years, very diligently, more so than ever any other time in my life. And it can get old. I don't know if I'm supposed to admit that, but like diving into your connectedness and the trust and the stillness and the presence, sometimes can just feel ho hum. And so when I heard that my friend Carla, I'm hoping to get her on the podcast here in a few weeks, maybe after we get back. When I heard that she was running trips, I said, if you do this one trip, I count me in, I'm signing up. And she said, I'm not doing it in 25, but I will do it in 26. And so I've been waiting since probably late 2024 to be able to go on this trip. Why do it? Because sometimes when we have a practice that we love, that we know is a good tool in our toolbox, we need to shake it up a little bit. Think about if you're a runner, every once in a while, you need to run a race. You need to hit that 5K or 10K or half marathon or God help us all, an ultra. If you're a CrossFitter, every once in a while, you need to compete. Even if it's on just a Wednesday morning in the gym and you're like, hey, I'm going to beat her down, whatever it is. Every once in a while, every tool in your toolbox, including your spirituality, needs a little infusion of new passion. And here's a fun fact. My pilgrimage and my spiritual development and reconnection started the moment I signed on the dotted line and made the first payment. Yes, there were multiple payments. Made the first payment. Because then I knew something big was coming. 11 days of walking beside other pilgrims. 11 days of just being with me and my spiritual side. 11 days of practicing stillness and oneness and deep connection and love. Whew. I'm very excited. I'm not promising that when I come back, I will be the Dalai Lama. I will probably still throw temper tantrums occasionally and make some choices that are questionable. But this has become part of my spiritual practice. Is that periodically I got to pump up my spirituality. Sometimes it looks like a day by myself at the beach. But in a couple weeks, it's going to look like me walking for 11 days with other pilgrims. And I'm so excited about that. And I can't wait to share with all of you kind of like what that experience was like. But then hopefully how I've integrated it into my daily life. So that's one thing that's coming to you in May, is to hear all about that. And I wonder now, what is it that you do for the tools that become ho-hum to infuse that passion back into them? Is it a competition? Is it a complete immersion? What do you do for your marriage? What do you do for your exercise habit? What do you do for your nutrition goals? What do you do for that one coworker that drives you a little crazy, and on the daily you're practicing, your tolerance and love and patience with that person, and sometimes it just needs a little infusion? What is it you do? And what is it you do for your spirituality? So I think those are cool questions to contemplate. The other thing I wanted to bring up is really when you bring that spirituality into your life, and we've talked about several ways that it impacts behavioral changes, it impacts your conversations and your connectedness and your tolerance and your ability to be present. When you start utilizing that as a tool, one of the most beneficial ways that tool has come into my life is that deep belief that everything is okay. What if you had a very deep, I'm talking about still waters run deep belief that actually everything was okay? Not a denial, not a delusion. You don't even have to like what's going on, but that everything was okay, a trust that everything was okay and that you were okay. For me, when I tap into that sense, I can avoid making choices out of fear. And we talked all month, last month in March, about motivation. And we talked about, skimmed over how fear can be a motivator. And I don't ever think it's good. I don't ever think fear is a good motivator. It's outside of like survival skills. It might be a good like spark plug for you to start, but it's not a sustainable motivator. So what helps us come out of that? That deep sense that actually I'm okay and everything is okay, and I can trust that is true. I think that's one of the biggest benefits I see in my area of life, behavioral change and growth, is that when you really have that sturdy sense, when you've bolstered it up, when you've practiced it daily, when you've infused it with passion when needed, that actually you are okay and everything is okay. Now choose. There's so much power in there. I'm going to leave you right there today. Is there something in your life that you don't like, that you're a little worried about, that you might even be fearful of, that you can infuse a little bit of it is okay and I am okay, and I can choose what I want to do about this. If you get stuck and you know you can choose, but you just can't bring up what those options look like, we are right here to help you. That's sort of my job, is to help you tap in to you are okay and you can choose and you know where your answers are. So if that's something you want help with, book a consult. I'd love to talk to you. Give yourself grace. Love yourself. Open up and be spacious. Know that you are okay. And I will see you next time on Healthy AF. Thanks for hanging out with me today on Healthy AF. I hope something you heard helps you take one small, kind step toward your healthiest self. If you love this episode, hit subscribe so you never miss a conversation. And if you want more support, head over to myhealthylife.coach to connect with me. Remember, you don't have to do it perfectly. You just have to start choosing you. See you next time.
You've been listening to The Mesh, an online media network of shows and programs ranging from business to arts, sports to entertainment, music to community. All programs are available on the website as well as through iTunes and YouTube. Check us out online at themesh.tv. Discover other network shows and give us feedback on what you just heard.